Hey, what's up guys, it's Unleash here today, and we're back with another video on Sonic X Shadow Generations. And in today's video, we have some small bits of gameplay that have been revealed about Sonic X Shadow Generations, and we're going to take a look at them because right now the newspaper for this game is actually kind of slowed down a bit, which is kind of weird because you'd think that with the game coming in literally 31 days, it'd start to pick up a bit in terms of anything for the game, but no, we got a bit of a dry period surprisingly, but Whatever. I'm honestly surprised that they haven't actually posted that Supporting Me remix from the Biozoid fight yet, because, man, I need to hear that remix in full without any sound effects or anything like that, man, because we heard it in that trailer from the Doom Powers and everything, and it sounded too good to just not be released yet, man. Like, come on, don't stop teasing us like this, man, just release it, please. But, yeah, let's not waste any more time. Without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, let's take a look at the news at hand. On to... well, it's not really Twitter. Sonic Rush 3D. So recently, the Sonic Symphony World Tour went to Boston is that in the US? Probably, somewhere in the US, I don't know where it is. And at that symphony, there was a brand new Sonic Heroes medley, where they played Seaside Hill, Ocean Palace, and Rail Canyon, I believe. Honestly, I'm kind of sick of just hearing Seaside Hill being the only thing representative of Sonic Heroes. Like, I know a bit of a nitpick here, but there's so many other great zones in Sonic Heroes, but they keep using Seaside Hill over and over again. Like, come on, man. We got Egg Fleet there. We got Mystic Mansion. Lost Jungle. Is it called Lost Jungle? I think it is, anyways. Like, it's just a shame that Seaside Hill is really the only thing that's getting represented in Sonic Heroes. But thankfully, with Shadow Generations, we got a different stage with Rail Canyon. And speaking of Rail Canyon, in the new Sonic Heroes medley, there's some new gameplay footage of Rail Canyon in Shadow Generations. And this footage that I'm showing right now is from Pi Studio, so shout out to him, and I'll play it right now. So yeah, first off, the actual Heroes medley in the background, Rail Canyon orchestrated, beautiful, man, so good. But again, it's a shame that we don't get anything more than that, because it's either that or Seaside Hill again. But let's not dwell on that too much now. The actual gameplay itself, it's not really anything too crazy in the little clips that we saw. It's mostly there just for cinematics and obviously the symphony, so they weren't going to try anything too crazy, obviously. But yeah, it opens up with like a cool little cinematic of Rail Canyon, obviously just showing off the whole area and whatnot. Yeah, pretty cool. Then Shadow hits a spring and then he goes onto a rail, and then you get the two trains that are actually from Heroes in there as well. Again, pretty cool. It's not really much to say about it, really. It's just Rail Canyon. And obviously, as we know, rails in Sonic games nowadays are not interesting in the slightest, because it's all automated, no balancing, no crouching, no nothing. You just sat there and letting the game move for you by itself with no skill required, and they're just dodging here and there. And that is an issue that I have with Rail Canyon being in this game, because it's a lot of rails, so hopefully there's more on-ground section than actually on rails, because in Rail Canyon in Sonic Heroes, there are some platforms in there where you're not actually on the rails, so hopefully we can have that in more Shadow Generations side of things as well. But going back to the Shadow Generations gameplay here, we see another section where you're dodging trains, and then in this section here, we can see on top of this platform there's an actual Chaos Control area that can actually use there, so that's something pretty cool. I'm guessing you stop time using Chaos Control, jump on the train, then go into that light dash trail, which is, again, pretty cool there. If they're going to have rails in this game and have them be so basic, doing stuff like that is actually going to be pretty cool to see, so hopefully there's a lot more of that, because yeah, that's pretty good right there. Here we see a really cool looking shot where Shadow is doing a cool pose. I think that's his dash pad pose, I'm pretty sure. I feel like I've seen that before in the Kingdom Valley gameplay where he does this exact animation. It looks like him coming off of a dash ramp, so if it is, again, that's pretty cool. I really like that animation there. Then we get another cinematic shot of Shadow just grinding on a rail, nothing too interesting there. Then we end off with the results screen, Shadow doing a really nice pose here. And also the camera in this area here too, I like it a lot actually. A very nice looking area. I've said it before and I'll say it again. The visuals of Rail Canyon are really nice in Shadow Generations, so big props to them there. And yeah, that is pretty much it for that new Symphony gameplay. Again, nothing too interesting, it's just Rail Canyon and rails and stuff, so hopefully we actually play the game for ourselves. The Rail Canyon will be more interesting than we actually thought, because there'll be more platforming in there, not just rails. Right, and then the next bit of gameplay is by some little advertisement things that's actually been going on Twitter by the official Sonic account for the game, and I kid you not, it's literally 1 whole second of new gameplay, and it's actually in Sunset Heights. So I'll play it here, so make sure you don't blink because you will miss it, so here it is. Did you see all that? A lot of gameplay there. A lot of gameplay, but it is kind of interesting to speculate about the gameplay because even though it's 1 second long, even though it's 1 second long and there's basically nothing in there, we are in the sewers of Sunset Heights, and that's actually pretty cool, because it's actually showing what they're doing with Sunset Heights in this game, which is good. And honestly, just thinking about Sunset Heights and Shadow Generations, it could be such a great stage. Like, comparing that to the original Sunset Heights is going to be so interesting to see, because, as we know, Forces was not really the game all about great gameplay in the slightest. So to see a stage from Forces put into a game that actually has good level design, aka Shadow Generations, it's just going to be so cool to see Sunset Heights finally being fleshed out with actually proper level design. And just seeing them using the sewer parts of Sunset Heights for Shadow Generations, that just gives me a lot of hope that, yeah, this is going to be done very well in Shadow Generations. I'm hyped for Sunset Heights, man. Honestly, very hyped. The only thing I'm a bit scared about, though, is the music, because after that Chaos Island remix, I'm scared to see what's going to happen with Chaos Island. No, with Sunset Heights. I'm scared to see what's going to happen with that, man, because if they somehow butcher an already kind of EDM track, that is going to be horrendous, man. Horrendous. So please, Jun Sonoi, or whoever did the Biolicid theme, or even Space Colony Arc, please make them work on Sunset Heights music, please. Not RBU. Please no. But anyways, moving on to this tweet by Super Ult. There are some people who went and tried to speedrun the Sonic X Shadow Generations demo and discovered a secret route that requires your momentum and boost to get. And this is a path that we've actually seen in a previous video, but it's only a screenshot. We never actually saw any gameplay of it, but now gameplay of it has actually emerged, and I'll play it right here. And that is the pathway. It's nothing crazy, but it's one of the more interesting pathways that we've actually seen in this game, because it actually requires, you know, boost jumps and platforming. Two things which haven't been very prevalent in this game, especially the platforming part, so to see some of it in the secret pathways here, that's good signs, man. Very good signs right there. I'm hoping the later levels in the game will be more of this rather than just rails and homing attack chains, because if it's not that, then again, the game is going to feel a bit too easy. It might feel great at the start, but then as the game goes on, the level design might start blending into each other for every single level, and it might just feel a bit basic and boring. So hopefully that is not the case. And that's it for the gameplay, but not it for the news, so we'll carry on right here from the Blazing Rush. MFW, I forget what that actually stands for. There's an official logoless version of the new Sonic X Shadow Generations key art, but it's only in 720p with horrible Twitter compression. And we finally have the logoless version of this beautiful key art for Sonic X Shadow Generations, and it is a bit compressed, but regardless, it is so beautiful, man. I love this so much. It's so darn good, man. So good. Right, and then the final tweet right here from Omega_Morris123. Hopefully they'll announce the Shadow Generations soundtrack at TGS next week. Now you might be wondering, why Unleash are you even reading this tweet? That's just somebody's hopes and dreams. Why do you care? Well, it gets more interesting as we carry on reading. So we reply from here, Slave of Suzumiya, probably closer to a release or a few days before, like with Frontiers. And then Morris replies with, Stillness in Motion, the soundtrack for Sonic Frontiers, was announced in September, 2 months before the game released. They usually announce them a few months before the game releases. They're actually later with Sonic X Shadow Generations is. Just checking, Sonic Colors Ultimate was also 2 months before game release. So longer without an announcement, I'm scared of it turning into a Superstar situation. And it doesn't help that the trailer versions so far have been published by the same label that Superstars is. And this is a slight worry that is actually being brought up about the soundtrack for Sonic X Shadow Generations. Now granted, some of those remixes aren't that great anyways, so we're not missing much for some of them, but some of them are actually really good, like the Space Colony Arc Act 1, and obviously the Biolicid theme as well. And from the looks of things, there might be a situation where Shadow Generations' soundtrack doesn't get released until like next year, halfway through the year or something like Superstars did. So if that is the case, that is kind of annoying, because we want the proper official version, not just game rips for the soundtrack. So if this actually is the case, then Shadow Generations gets his soundtrack released like next year or something. That is a bit disappointing and a bit worrying, because if that happens for future soundtracks as well, for future Sonic games, again, it's just slightly annoying, because Sonic music is something very special to the games, and we can't have it being delayed and stuff like this, because, come on, Frontiers, that was magical, man. So just don't fumble the bag here, Sega. Please don't do this. Just have your one-off thing with Superstars and that's it. Please. Anyways, that about is it for today's video then. So nothing too crazy in today's video, just I wanted to make this video because obviously the news period is getting a bit dried right now, so just thought to show off this couple of things that we found out in today's video. And yeah, like I said at the start of the video, the game releases in 31 days for the people getting it early with the digital deluxe version, and I'm hyped, man. I'm hyped. I mean, we're probably gonna get a trailer, I assume, in the coming 2 weeks, because we got the Tokyo Game Show, and we usually get a Sonic game trailer there because we got one for Frontiers as well, so that's actually where Super Sonic was revealed too, so pretty big things there. So I wonder what they're going to reveal at Tokyo Game Show, if anything. And if not at the Tokyo Game Show, I do believe there's going to be some sort of gameplay or trailer drop next month. 100%. 100%. Honestly, I think I want to see probably Rail Canyon revealed, I think. Yeah, I think I kind of want to see that, because we've seen Space Colony Arc, we've got Kingdom Valley. I don't actually want to see Sunset Heights yet, because I want to have that as be a surprise, honestly. Like, I want to see that in-game and see that, wow, this is quite the improvement, so I want to see that for myself. Don't really reveal that right now, but Bullet Station or Rail Canyon, whatever it is now, reveal that please. I want to see that. And then also on top of that, we still have the Shadow Generations Dark Beginnings prologue animation that's got to be revealed yet, and we got 3 parts to that, so that's going to be pretty sick. I reckon that's going to be coming next month, so next month is going to be packed, man. It's going to be packed for Sonic news. I can't wait. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of this news. Are you hyped for Shadow Generations, and do you think the soundtrack is going to be delayed from the game release? Let me know down below. Love to see what you guys have to say. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, especially that last one. Don't forget to become unleashed by hitting that join button down below. And remember, it's not necessary. And I'll see you all next time. Peace!